What up, people? This is Bunjo back again, and this time I'm talking about how to bring your cat, dog, animal overseas, and what you have to do and what the steps and the procedures are. I'm out here again in Croatia. It's windy as fuck, but hey, getting through the day, boy. And I got that new Shawn Michaels haircut. You like that? The mullet, the old mullet man bun, the combo. Doo doo. And yeah, let's get into it.
This is Bunjo Show. This is not your show. I traded the 905 for ciovo. This is Bunjo Show.
Yeah, so a little bit on my backstory here. I quit my job from Steel Car. Got a 40 grand payout or buyout or whatever you want to call it. We sold our family house, and me, my mom, and my cat moved over to Croatia to start a family-owned business. It's gonna be an apartment. We bought a house with apartments in it, with 4 full-size apartments. And I'm making another apartment attached to it and adding another room and putting a pool in and all that stuff. So I'm gonna videotape all the process of it and all that. And I brought my cat over, and we're gonna start also like a little bar, a konoba, or a restaurant maybe, who knows, right? Or maybe just a food stand. But this video is not about that. It's about how to bring your cat across, or your dog, or your animal, or travel with your animal. Basically, it's kind of a pain in the ass because it's all time sensitive, as well as all these weird little steps, right? So like, I don't know, sorry if it's windy. So basically, you gotta have at least 21 days before you gotta go to the vet and get all your shots updated with your animal. So do it at least 21 days before. So make sure it has a microchip, and if it has a microchip already, get it scanned. So, and get the paperwork down for it, right? And show that you got to scan at least 21 days. So minimum of 21 days before you leave. Get all its rabies shots and everything. Make sure it's dewormed and has no ticks or anything. So fleas, nothing, right? So that's all 21 days before that. So then you get a list of paperwork which needs to be filled out by the veterinarian. I went to Kingsway Veterinarian Hospital, or Animal Hospital, over by right beside the funeral home on King Street and Rosedale. You know Rosedale, like shopping plaza, the Rosedale area in Hamilton. That's where I went. The kind people at Kingsway Hospital, they helped me. And yeah, so you get all these papers, and you got to get all those filled out. I think so they fill all these out, and you got to get all that filled out 10 days. So within 10 days of you leaving Canada, you got to get that paper signed and a health check, right? It's called a health check for your cat. So you got to go back into the veterinarian and get a health check. And then after that, you got to go to the CFIA to get endorsed by the Canadian Food Inspection Agency. And they'll endorse you to say that, yeah, all the paperwork's in order and you're ready to go. Yeah, so basically I'm talking about any lap dog, lap animal. I don't know about all the other ones, like a Rottweiler, a bull mastiff or something crazy, right? All I know is about lap dogs and comfort animals. They got to go to the CFIA to get endorsed. So they just basically make sure that all your paperwork's in order. And then that's a time sensitive case too, because now this is within 5 days of you leaving. So, or 11 days. So all this has to be within 11 days. 11 days, and you have to be in Croatia. So if your destination is Croatia, like it was mine, you got to not leave the country. So you don't leave on the 11th day. You got to be in Croatia before the 11th day. So I'd book my flights, and you got to make sure all your flights are booked too. So to go into, because you got to show them your airline ticket and your passport and everything to show that you're actually doing this. And I don't know why you'd lie about it. I don't get it. And then they kind of give you like these little paperwork, almost like a pet passport. And once you get all the Canadian Food Inspection Agency, you prove that you're going. You gotta, within 11 days, all this, you gotta go. Now you, so we did it, I think our flight was on the 11th. So mine expired on the, like the 18th or something. So I was more than comfortable, right? Just in case my flight got pushed back or canceled, and you're still good, right? And so once we, and also the carrier, we used a soft shell carrier, so you can kind of maneuver it, and the hard shell carriers I don't think are the best. I think the soft shell, and they have to be airline approved, and they have to be able to fit under your seat. So if you have a big soft shell carrier, like pet carrier, then you can fold the corners at the top to make it fit under your seat. But once you're up in the air, yeah, don't gotta do that shit. And you know what else? This is just a precaution. I mean, you can take your chances without doing this, because when I got to Pearson Airport, I'm like, oh, here's my papers for my cat and shit. And they're like, we don't care about that. And then they just asked for our passports and let us on. And throughout the whole, like we had a layover in Germany, in Frankfurt, Germany. And they also were just amazed. At first, somebody thought it was a baby. Like I'm keeping a baby in a bag. Like, you crazy boy? And yeah, so yeah, they didn't really care. They were all just like petting a cat and stuff. So they didn't really check the paperwork at all. Maybe I got lucky, I don't know. But now with the coronavirus, I'm sure they'll check your fucking paperwork. And also, yeah, when I got to Frankfurt, I had more of a hard time getting onto the plane, like to Croatia Airlines, because they forgot to give me a boarding pass. They forgot to print out my boarding pass. So then they said, how the hell, you're not even supposed to be on this. And then they looked it up, sure enough. But my cat was already on the plane with my mom, and I had to wait outside until they printed me out a new boarding pass. I'm like, are you crazy? How the fuck do you think I got to Germany from Canada? You know what I mean though? Crazy, man. And on the German Airlines, Lufthansa, no, it was actually Air Canada we flew on. We didn't go on Lufthansa, we were supposed to, but we switched to Air Canada for some reason. Yeah, on Air Canada we watched a Hitler movie called Jojo Rabbit, which is hilarious, but it's funny going to Germany watching Hitler movies. Man, even though it's taking the mick out of them, but whatever. Yeah, and then once we got to, now we're in Croatia, and I got all my fucking, I got my cat, my Kraken with me, my mom, and my mom's leaving soon, so I'll be here by myself, me and Krakow, just killing the streets of Croatia. And yeah, so if you guys need help with traveling with your pet, call Kingsway Animal Hospital. It's in Hamilton, Ontario. And if you're from that area, I don't know where else, and they'll help you out for sure. And they're amazing people there, and nice, and they're easy to work with. And they'll guide you to the right direction. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. And I got that new merch drop. Who wants a t-shirt, boys? I'll put up those fucking t-shirts. Woo! Thisisbunjo, and I'm out here, boys. Look at this. Sailor, we got a damn sailor out there, boy. Who the fuck, Sailor Jimmy? Woo! And then that's it. And just another little tidbit. Actually, you know what? I'll get it. That'll be another on how I get to stay here, and how, if you want to move over to Croatia, if you're thinking about moving to Croatia, and how you'll be able to get to stay here, I'll let you know in the next video, because that's a whole nother story. It's so confusing, and this would be like a 30-minute video, so I'll get into that a little bit later on, and get ready for that one, boys.